Hello world, hello world. Welcome back to my channel. Call me Biz, George Carlin. George is a regular on this show, you know, comedic philosopher. I do enjoy him a lot, and I do enjoy the conversations that we get to have in the comment section because of his thoughts and the way that he thinks. That's dope. I think that's dope for everybody, whether we agree or not, and he's hilarious on top of that. So if you enjoy this comment, hit that subscribe button, like the video if you like the video, leave a comment. Let me know you were here, all right? 2024, no more ghost watching, okay? If you ain't got nothing to say, just be like, I was here. That's love. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and watch. Oh, did I say this is George Carlin on time? This is George Carlin on time.
Does the time bother you? I get bothered by the time. Not so much the time itself, the people bother me for the time. People come up to me on the street. I'm sure you've had this happen to you. People come up to you and say, what time it is? Well, they might say, what time is it? I shouldn't get into these ballads. You've had people come up to you and say, what time is it? What time is it? As if you personally were responsible for keeping time. You know, I feel honored, first of all, that they thought I was the man in charge. But I do have to explain, you don't see official timekeeper on here, do you? I don't have the time, of course not. Do you have the time? That's another way they say, do you have the time?
Do you have the time?
I say, no. I don't believe I do. I certainly didn't have it this morning. Did you leave it somewhere? Well, do you have the time? No, I don't have the time. I use a little of it like everyone, you know. But I don't have it. I think the Navy has it. In Washington, isn't that? They keep it in an observatory, that's right. Sure, they let out a little of it each day. Not too much, they wouldn't want to give us too much. Just enough. Time. Sometimes they'll say, do you know what time it is? And I say, yes. I hate to disappoint them, but there is no time. There is no time. I don't mean there's no time. I mean there's no time. When the hell is it? We made that whole thing up. There's no time. Fact. We made it up. It's a man-made invention, time. There are no numbers up in the sky. I've looked. They're not there. We made this stuff up. When is it? When the hell is it? When are we, I ask you? When are we? Sometimes we think we know where we are, but we don't really know when we are. When the hell is it? All the time zones are different. Every calendar you run across is different. They'll all give you a different answer. These are calendars. These are made to keep track of time. Everybody's got a different one. Chinese are way up there in the 5 and 6,000s. Hebrew calendars way up in the 5 and 6,000s. We're up at about 1970-something shit. This ain't a couple of weeks these people are off. This is thousands of goddamn years that are missing, man. How did they do that?
Definitely a man-made construct.
We don't know when the hell it is. It could be the middle of last month for all we know. I mean, time is we've got it down so perfect that every 4 years we have to stick in an extra day just to make sure it still works. And we call it February 29th. Bullshit, it's March 1st and I know it. It just feels like March 1st. You can't keep track of the time. What's the sense? Give you an example. There's a moment coming. It's not here yet. It's still on the way. It's in the future. It hasn't arrived. Here it comes. Here it is. Oh, shit, it's gone.
Yeah. That is a fact.
There's no now. There's no now. Everything is the near future or the recent past. But there's no present. Welcome to the present. Gone again. It's just so imprecise. We don't even care to use the minutes and seconds and hours that we've been given. Everybody's very vague about the time. They say, what time you got? I got just after.
I hate that
just
shit.
Just after? Jeez, I must be slow. I had going on.
I hate
And where did that imprecision begin? Why is it we're not so sure? I know one of the clues that happened to me was when they started telling me about moments. when I was a kid. They were trying to teach me how to tell time, and of course you can't tell time. Time tells you. But they were trying. They were trying to show me. On the big hand, I said, I don't have a big hand. Never mind. Look at the clock, and the clock is so wonderful. There's so much emotion attached to a clock face. I hate digital clocks. Digital clocks rob me of all the emotional experience of the spatial relationships on that face of the clock. Isn't it true? I mean, don't you always feel that this half hour, when it comes down from 12 down to 6, goes by a lot quicker than this half hour when it has to come up fighting gravity all the way? I know, it does go a lot quicker. God. Oh, I got this. Yeah. I'll tell you this, if I only have a half hour to live, I want it to be this one, man.
That's
It'll last just a little bit longer than that one, man. It's vague. That's all I'm saying. It's very vague how we treat time. We have all these wonderful expressions. We say now. Now is an interesting one. When? Now. You want that now? Yes. Well, would you like to try again? Well, sometimes just now. Just now. Did you hear that? What? Just now. You must mean just then, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, just then. But there it goes again. When? Now? No, not now. No. Pardon me, do you have the time? When do you mean, now or when you ask me? This shit is moving, Ruth. We got a lot of these vague terms. Right away, immediately, at once, lickety split, just like that, nothing flat, drop of a hat, no time at all. As quick as you can say, Jack Robinson. I'm sure you've done that to people. I'll be back before you can say Jack Robinson. Jack Robinson, hi, you're not back. How about a jiffy? A jiffy. Or a flash. Which is quicker? A jiffy or a flash? I think there are 2 flashes in a jiffy myself. But God knows how many jiffies there are in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. And why did they use 2 shakes of a lamb's tail? What's wrong with the basic unit of measurement? 1 shake of a lamb's tail. We can do our own arithmetic, thank you. Belched a little there.
2 shakes more time.
Tried to swallow that one. Then we have words like soon. Soon. That's a very emotional word. There's a lot of potential for drama in that word soon. Soon.
So vague.
Soon. Is your mother coming home? Uh-huh. When? Soon. Real soon. As soon as she can. Sooner than you think. That's kind of a spooky one. Sooner than I think.
I used to never laugh.
That's a little bit like before you know it. I'll be back before you know it. He did it. Holy Christ. Look at that.
That's good. That's really good.
And we go on with these terms that we use, these vague terms of time. One of these days, before long, any time now. Well, that's true. Everything's going to happen any time now. Any day now. That's kind of a snotty one, any day now. Hey, I'll be giving you that $5 I owe you, Bill. Yeah, any day now. Sooner or later, now and then, once in a while, from time to time, in a little while. In a little while. Well, it'll just be a little while. That's a wonderful one. I just love that. It sounds so benign. Just a little while. Couldn't hurt you, could it? You can wait a little while. It'll only be a little while longer. Just a little while. That's so different from a short time. Short time. Sounds almost terminal, doesn't it? You only have a short time.
Ooh, that just hurt my heart.
Whereas you have a little while. Oh, I'd rather have a little while than a short time. Yeah, we got long ways we measure time. We got vast distances of time we measure. People will say things like, kingdom come. I'm going to be standing here till kingdom come. Shit, I don't have that on my watch. Doomsday, you say? Doomsday. Till the cows come home. Well, that's an easy one to understand. That's long about dusk, isn't it? If you leave them out overnight, they burst. Here's a long period of time, forever. Some people will tell you, guys, I've been standing on this line forever. Look at this, Dave. This man has been standing on line forever. He looks fairly fresh to me. Almost like an eternity, people will tell you. It's almost like an eternity, as if they had experience with eternities. Now, you must have a favorite period of time. I have some favorites. I just want to try a few of them on you. It isn't easy to select a favorite period of time, so many of them are attractive, but there are little periods of time that, that you might relate to. Of course, the most basic period of time I feel is 5 minutes. That seems to be the one everyone chooses. If they need to think of a period of time real quickly, they just go, 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. I'll be there in just 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes, would you please? Would you just give me 5 minutes? Were you kidding me? I could fix that shit in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's all most people want, 5 minutes. A good, solid, nice period of time. You can do anything for 5 minutes, can't you? I mean anything. Even things you really hate. You could probably do it for 5 minutes. Hey, let's go talk to Ted. Are you kidding? Ted's an asshole. Look, just 5 minutes, huh? Okay, let's do it. All right. Not 10. 10 I can't make. Now you're getting into double digits. You're starting to fool with my head. Time. 5, 10 minutes. 15 minutes is popular. You hear 15 quite a bit, but it's sort of an institutional one. It's kind of an official time period. 15 minutes. Has a touch of regulatory quality to it, doesn't it? Sounds like something you're not supposed to do or have to do for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I like 20 minutes. Doesn't that sound free compared to 15? 15 minutes. 20 minutes. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
That's all the time in the world.
Gosh, what's he gonna do?
Yo, you know what's crazy? Every time I watch George, I'm watching him for more than comedy at this point because I'm a person who think a lot. I think a lot of y'all on YouTube me on this channel. If you watch my old channel, you see a lot of the comments like, damn, man, you think a lot. I be thinking about shit like that. And I'm pretty sure I done spoke about time 100 times or 1,000,000 times. Here we go, over exaggerate. I think the thing with time and most of the other things in just the English language, we tend to over exaggerate and we tend to create many different words for different shit. Like, I feel like the English language have words for shit that don't even make sense, like shit like I'm trying. Right? If you really think about it, what is trying? I'm trying. Like, it's either you're doing or you're not doing. There's no try. Like, we have words in the English language that don't necessarily mean anything anywhere else. So, and it's the same thing with time. Like, when we say, I don't know, a lot of the ones that he said, a lot of those things that we're saying, we don't really mean per se. Like, you know, it feels like forever. First of all, nobody knows what forever feels like, and I don't think we could even comprehend what a forever is. A forever for one person is literally the totality of your life, and if you are alive, you have not ever witnessed forever, so we can't even comprehend what that is. But it's just a way of saying, like, all right, it's gonna be a while. But even it's gonna be a while, it's still fake as fuck. It's like, what the fuck is a while? Time is a very interesting thing because it's just a way of measuring movement, right? It's I don't know. People say time is a construct and time is not real. In a sense, time isn't real, but how else would you measure events, you know, because everything is not happening simultaneously, or it might be, but we wouldn't know unless we're looking from further. Because time is an interesting thing, because certain places, right? Like, let's say right now, right? There's certain parts of the world where it's nighttime. For me, it's morning time. But there's another place in the world where it's nighttime. So it's like, can they actually watch it now, or do they have to wait? You feel me? Because I feel like everything is happening at the same time, but yet distance actually matters in time. Look, man, I'm confusing myself thinking about it, because it's really all in our heads, and really all in our brains. You know, when you call somebody that's somewhere with a different time zone, and they say, oh, it's nighttime over here, and you say it's morning time over here, and I start to think of different things. It's like, yo, am I in the future and they're in the past? Because how time works, right? The way that we believe in time is linear. So something has to be in front and something has to be behind, right? I believe like time is really in a loop. That's what I believe in my head. So I really feel like the person I am now and the person I was before all happen simultaneously. Here's why I think that, right? I think that because we only know of this moment right now, right? Some will say, well, there's recorded time, and I'm talking about what you feel presently, right? You are always at this moment, and this moment is always fleeting. So technically, the person that you was at 13, 14, 15 is the same, because that's the only person you ever get to experience. Yes, throughout time, we could look back, right, and say, well, I remember this, I remember that. Or we could think about the future, but none of that shit is really real. We are just that person that we are right now. So technically, you was always this person, because that's the only person you could physically feel you being. You could think of the past, but some people might tell you, like, the way I remember my past, right? I'm probably making this shit way more confusing, because he made it simple. I'm making it very confusing, because he obviously have a better understanding of this subject than me. And I'll say it, fuck it. I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the world, but I'm just saying, like, just think a little bit of what I'm saying. The only time that you have experience of, right, is right now. Right now. It's just like, let's say, if you were to die, today, right? All of the shit would just be like this. It would just be like a blink of an eye. It's like all that time that's spent that we calculate, none of that shit would matter. It would just be like this. It would just, and that's why when people say the afterlife, it seems like everybody's gonna get there at the same time, because the minute I feel like you pass and you wake up again, all those billions of years, none of that shit matter, because all you care about is the time that you wake up. And if we are gonna all wake up together, then this shit was just like a tiny little fraction of. Anyways, look, George Carlin is great. I probably I need to rethink all that. I need to rethink all that shit over again, cause y'all motherfuckers gonna have me rambling on forever, and I know what I'm trying to say, but I know I can't convey it how I'm thinking it. Anyways, good times. Look, I'll see y'all on the next one, and guess what? You better be there. Peace.